Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat malam semua. Good evening. Biasanya pada waktu ini saya tak live waktu Maghrib, antara in between Maghrib and Isyak. But tonight special because we remembering Allah names, the strengthener, the giver of victory, and the honorer, Al-Mu'iz. Allahumma ya Mu'iz in this hour. So because we know that Allah is the only who gives strength, honor, or victory. So only Allah honors and gives assistance and victory to the followers of his universal religion that brought by all of his messengers to the world. So others interpret Al-Mu'iz, or the honorer, the strengthener, the giver of victory, as the only who elevates as ruler whomever Allah wishes. Allah is the only who grants honor, strength, respect, and victory to all of us, his creatures, as his servants in this world and the next. Allah gives honor and respect to whomever Allah wishes in the form of a government or a kingdom. Allah has the power to elevate whomever Allah sees fit and place that ruler as the head of the state, regardless of that person's origins. In the Holy Quran, Talut was chosen by Allah to be the king of the Bani Yaqub, who were being threatened by King Jalut and his constant attacks on Palestine. Hast thou not turned thy vision to the chief of the children of the Bani Yaqub after the time of Moses? They said to a prophet that was among them, appoint for us a king, that we may fight in the cause of God. He said, is it not possible, if we were commanded to fight, that you will not fight? They said, how could we refuse to fight in the cause of God, seeing that we were turned out of our homes and our families. Okay? But when they were commanded to fight, they turned back, except a small band among them. But Allah has full knowledge of those who do wrong. Their prophet said to them, Allah has appointed Talut as king over you. They said, how can he exercise authority over us when we are better fitted than he to exercise authority? And he is not even gifted with wealth in abundance. He said, Allah has chosen him above you and has gifted him abundantly with knowledge and bodily prowess. Allah granted his authority to whom Allah pleases. Allah cares for all, and Allah knoweth all things. Sadaqallah al-Azim. You can refer to the chapter of the Haifa, chapter 2 of the Holy Quran, verse 246 to 247. Not only did Allah grant Talut honor and respect, Allah also gave him the victory over King Jalut with the help of King David. In the Holy Quran, Allah promises to grant victory, honor, respect, and strength to his servants. For instance, in the chapter of An-Nur or the light, verse 55. A'udzubillah minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allah has promised to those among you who believe and work righteous deeds that Allah will of a surety grant us in the land inheritance of power as Allah granted it to those before us, that Allah will establish in authority our religion, the only which Allah has chosen for us, and that Allah will change our state after the fear in which we lived to one of security and peace. We will worship Allah alone and not associate aught with Allah. If any do reject faith after this, they are rebellious and wicked. Sadaqallahul Azim. Okay, so we remember Allah 140 times at this hour always. So plus tonight, because we have to gain wealth. So success, victory, respect, or honor cannot be obtained without the help of Allah, whose power rules supreme over the content of the heavens and the beautiful world. By the same token, we all men will fall if Allah has decided so, and Allah will cause that fall through personal or external factors that affect the person Allah has selected. Okay, so in order to emulate the name of the giver of victory, we believe in Allah so much, and then we believe in Him, the strengthener, the honorer, and then we call Him, we must honor what Allah asks us to honor and despise what Allah asks us to despise. So we call Allah 140 times, we did, and then we can call Allah the possessor of sovereignty, because Allah is the only who holds absolute power over everything and who can do anything He likes. Allah likes to burn America, whole America. He can. Nobody have responsible for Allah to do it. Allah is the only who rules over everything in the heavens and on the earth according to His will, and none can elude His rule or avoid His punishment. Allah governs the heavens and the earth. Allah is the most powerful ruler in the entire universe too. For no one can defy Allah. Allah owns the universe with its multifaceted beauty and its many secrets, most of which have yet to be understood by all mankind on this beautiful planet Earth. Since Allah is the only who created it as the creator, Al-Khaliq, Allah can do anything Allah likes to all of us, His creatures. Allah also governs the heavens and the earth. Allah is the most powerful ruler in the entire universe. Allah holds all the forms of power that exist in this diverse universe. Allah controls the behavior and movement of all His creatures. Allah holds of our movement. Allah woke me out this morning. Allah woke you out this morning. Allah rules over every single aspect of our life. No one and nothing can escape attention of Allah. Allah is the supreme source of all the forms of government that are adopted by men, jinn, animals, or plants. As such, Allah is the only who allows such forms of power to continue and who stops them whenever Allah wishes. Allah is the only who decides who should hold the power to lead his or her community for its own good and safety in this world and the hereafter. Allah chooses all the leaders in every region of this world. Although all the forms of power that exist in this world appear to be held by us, mankind, these people are only caretakers for a certain time only. The real power belongs to Allah, the Creator, the Al-Khaliq, who is the only one who can rule without any help from anybody. The rise and fall of government is in the hands of Allah. Allah can withdraw any individual's power if such a ruler is guilty of oppressing his people and the entire world. Once Allah has decided that a government should fall, it is not long before the will of Allah is done, as illustrated by the fall of Rome, the fall of King Namrud, the fall of Persia, the fall of Egypt, among others. Allah possesses power over all the rulers of this beautiful planet Earth, however great they are. Once Allah has determined that such a ruler should lose his throne, nobody can prevent the implementation of his will. Allah has the power to do anything Allah wishes to any of us, his creatures. Allah is the only who gives us life, who causes us to die later, and who brings us back to life again on Judgment Day to receive the reward of our deeds on earth. The colossal number of people who have been caused to die when their time came is a clear sign of Allah's might. By the same token, the large number of governments that have been destroyed and reduced to ruins by punishment of Allah since the early history of mankind serve as evidence of His might. Allah could also burn all over the world as His wish. The colossal number of people who have been caused to die when their time came is a clear sign of the might of Allah. We must always remember, although human governments decline and fall, and the sultan, the king, the presidents, the princes, prime ministers, and all types of leaders succeed one another, the rule of Allah over the heaven and the earth is never affected by any change. The main historical event that overwhelmed mankind do not have any effect whatsoever on the might of Allah, which is far too absolute and remote to be touched by any factors affecting human beings. Allah, the only real holder of power in the entire universe, has no equal, nothing, and no one can challenge Allah or compare himself to Allah. His might is unequaled, absolute, and perfect, and will remain so even after the universe is entirely destroyed. Allah will remain alone, unaffected in any way. So, in order to emulate the name Malikul Mulk, or the possessor of sovereignty, we all believe to need to control our emotions in any situation and in the face of any challenge sent by Allah. So they must remain humble and sincere in worship without worrying about any external circumstances. We all must remain humble and sincere in worship without worrying about any external circumstances. We have to call Allah 2,120 times, but now we have done to call Allah 212 times, included 140 times of the name of Allah, Al-Mu'iz, the giver of victory. So we remember Allah, the possessor of sovereignty. Every after compulsory prayer, we also call Allah Ar-Ra'uf, the compassionate, the full of pity, 40 times from now on, to gain our wealth. Okay, you all. Okay, we together in our community TikTok. Okay, you all. I see you all later after Isyak at 9:30, inshallah. I end live now. I see you all later again. I have a building here and CCTV, and the same also. This is CCTV. Bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.